Hey guys, today we're going to be making an opener tier list. So anyway, we'll start with PCO. PCO does send a lot of lines, it can go into second PC and DPC and loop over. It also is really simple to make, very beginner friendly. I would say it's like really high solid tier. Now, SDPC spin. Okay, so we'll go to SDPC. This is an interesting one because in versus, it's actually super like unreliable because you always get sent lines, and if you're not good at cancelling, you're not going to get a PC, and that's where most of the damage of this opener is. I would say like it's not great in versus. Like you would much rather go for SDPC spin rather than SDPC sailboat. I've seen one person use this. It's pretty average. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Reliable TSD. It's really good for spiking, but that's about it. It also is good for counter spiking if you can pull it off fast enough. But other than that, it's not great. I mean, it's better than PCO, I think. Next we have Skim Cannon. This is only used in one event, which is a 5mm blitz, and to be fair, I did get a badge from it in like top 400 or something like that. But it's called Skim Cannon because it skims only singles, doubles and triples, so it's like really bad. Okay, next we have Stick Spin. This doesn't need much explanation. Okay, I'm joking. Stick Spin actually isn't like horrible. It actually does decent damage, but it's better than SDPC though, so I would definitely put it in solid tier. It's not the worst opener. Now we have Among Us opener. I would say this is one of the top openers that every pro uses, and it's proven to get wins. I've got 100% win rate with it, which is really funny. Next we have Aromatic Baby. Honestly, like there's a lot of parts and it does a lot of damage. Like it's incredible for spiking with that TST tower. It's like pretty good, but I mean, I would say it's better than Stick Spin because it does a little bit more damage, but it looks like you misdropped, which is a pretty big downside when you're doing an opener, not gonna lie. BT Cannon. Now this is only used for, like I only used this for looping in Blitz, and even that only stuck around for a couple of weeks, and I only learned one part. I've only versed like one BT looper in Tetra League, so it's really weird. I don't know, it's not a great opener. I probably wouldn't use it 4-wide. Now, I'm sad to say this actually like works, though not very well, so I would put it below SDPC, but like the cheese, oh my god, and that multiplier downstack, like chef's kiss. 6-3 stacking, honestly, like if you don't want to be an opener main, this is probably what you would go for. Really good, it's really solid. It's also really fast, which is why people use it for 40-line sprinting as well. MKO is also a really good opener actually, if you can get the TSDs off. I don't know, it's like double-sided. It's a double-edged blade. So I'll put it here. It's really good, but I don't know, you have to be pro to use it. It's one of those high skill cap openers. Last opener. I mean, I've seen videos of it and it looks really good, but they were also playing really fast. I don't know, there's probably better like single, triple, double openers. I don't know where to rank this. It's probably like better than 4-wide. There's plenty of openers that do more damage than it, but personally I've never, like I've seen it, but I haven't actually used it, so I don't have much experience. So now we have Cod Spin. Gasso is actually like a pretty fair competitor to TKI. Like I would definitely use this if I was bothered to learn it, but like how many openers can one actually learn? It's like on the same level as Reliable. It is better than PCO though, I think. No, it's not better than PCO. PCO definitely is better. DT Cannon. Now, I faced one in Tetra League and I was like, oh, it's a free win. Now, if your opener makes other people think you're a free win, I don't think it's a good opener. But I mean, I did main it for like a really long time. What's the rest? Why is Stick Spin higher than SDPC? I think SDPC is a little bit better. So anyway, DT Cannon, yeah, that can also go below all of that. I think last is better though. It's more easier to send damage and also downstack from it, but DT Cannon leaves like this weird overhang that you gotta deal with. TKI is one of the top openers that every pro uses. Literally everyone knows about TKI. It's one of those openers you definitely can't forget about learning. You probably learn it as a beginner. Here we have MS2, which I mean, it's really good, but I got one problem with this, that you can't get the PC often, and that's where most of the damage comes from. But you can counter spike click super well with it. You probably wouldn't PC loop with it. You got better options to PC loop with, like PCO and SDPC. We got Gamashiro here. I think it's better than Gamashiro because it's got less memorization to do. I mean, Gamashiro is pretty good, but I definitely reckon that MS2 has got the upper edge. It's got more advantages to it. Mech? Why is this here? Don't use Mech TSD, like, ever. Unless you get super duper fast with it and you're just trolling. Don't actually use Mech, please. Oh, okay, Jaws slash Jigsaw. This one is useful in Blitz, and it's super useful in Blitz. Like, it would be in this tier if it was in Blitz. But this is, like, in Tetra League, so don't use Jaws in Tetra League, it's not gonna work. Hachi Spin. Hachi Spin? I haven't had much experience with it. I don't think I've actually seen someone legitimately use Hachi Spin. I think it's like below Stick Spin. But I mean, Hachi Spin looks cooler. Yeah, it's above Stick Spin. And finally, we got Double. Funnily enough, Double actually probably has more use than like these three. But other than that, like, it stops APC. How useful could that possibly be? And there it is. That's the tier list. There's probably going to be so many fights in the comments about which openers where, but if you want to make this, I'll link the PowerPoint to it. Oh my god, I started so many fights in the comments.